It only happens once a decade. Joining us live this morning is the Chief of the Public Information Office at the U.S. Census Bureau. Here to tell us about this year's census and why it's so important is Michael. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to let people know that the 2020 census is still going on right now.
Yeah, so why are census takers coming to our East Texas cities?
Well, we have households across the country, and they're in East Texas that are considered rural households. They don't have a city-style address. Their address, they put a P.O. box. So it's now for us to start having staff go back out into the community wearing PPEs to ensure a complete and accurate count of our rural communities. So they're going to be picking their houses, but leaving at their doors census ID either online or census questionnaire.
Michael, how do we identify a census taker? What are some identifying traits?
For this operation, the census takers are actually going to be carrying laptops, and these laptops are going to have a seal on them. They're going to be standing in front of your house. They're going to be putting your in laptop so that we can make sure that we're counting you once, only once, and in the right place. They also have a bag ID with on it, identifying working for the Department of Commerce, so they'll clearly be indicating that they are who they say they are. And I encourage anybody who doesn't or has some questions about it, go to 20census.gov. We have plenty of information online that you can look at and see in the safety of home to determine what we look like and who we'll be carrying so that when they do come, you'll be able to feel comfortable in responding early. We ask that you respond by the first week of June, because mid-June, we're actually going to be going back out to households that have not responded. So this is the opportunity from now until the first of June to self-respond to the 2020 census, because after this point, later in the summer, there's another operation where we're going to be reminding and trying to get those households that haven't responded to respond to the 2020 census.
So, Michael, we get it in the mail. We see the public service announcements, but some people don't really understand the point. So if you can, tell us how the Census Bureau is protecting the health of employees and the people of the public.
Well, the census is rooted in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 2. A lot of times people say it's about power and it's about money in the House of Congress as well as at the local level. Seats in the House of Congress are apportioned. Local level elected officials, they redistrict their communities. Vote districts based on academic background. But moreover, there are hundreds of billions of dollars every single year that flow down to the community based on a complete and accurate count. So if you are missed, if you don't respond to the 2020 census, your community will be negatively impacted for the next 10 years. Decision makers justify the use of federal funds as the population shifts. So for critical services like healthcare, emergency preparedness, new schools, roads, whether the population is getting older and they have to make sure that there's measurements in place and vehicles in place to provide services to them. So it's very important. It only takes a couple of minutes, a couple of moments to fill out, but it actually comes back to your community for a decade.
Michael, thank you so much for your time this morning.